Okay, on to video 4 now, and what we're going to do in this video is we're going to complete this side of the assembly and then mirror it over to the other side. Start with place, and what we need to do is we need to locate something called a spacer. So we're going to look under the structure tab, and we're looking for a 4.6mm spacer. We're going to bring in 2 of these, and what we're going to do very quickly is we're just going to rotate these rounds, and we're going to mate the flat surface of the spacer to the flat surface of the gear, and then we're just going to ensure that the center lines are constrained as well. So let's just repeat that. The flat surface to the flat surface of the gear, and then again we're going to constrain the center to its center, like so. What we can now do is we can now bring in the wheels. So we're going to choose place, we're going to move to motion and bring in 4-inch wheels, 2 of these. Click on both of these, free rotate them round just so they're roughly in the right orientation. And what we're now going to do is we're going to make the flat surface of the wheel to the top of the spacer. Select OK, and we're going to align the center of the wheel like so with the center of anything on that axis, so the collar in this instance. Let's just repeat that process. So flat surface to mate onto the flat surface of the spacer, and then constrain the center line so anything on that axis, like so. So that has put our wheels in place. The last thing we need to do is just fit a couple of shaft collars onto the ends. So choose place, locate 2 shaft collars, so 1 and 2, and again we're just going to finalize this process now by repeating what we've done many times. So surface to surface, and then center line to center line. Repeat this now, surface to surface, and center line to center line, like so. If we just inspect what we've assembled here, we should now see that there are 2 collars holding this gear on, 2 collars holding this wheel on, and here as well. This side of the assembly is now complete. So what we're now going to do is just mirror this over to the other side and complete the base unit. So we're going to choose mirror. We now need to select the components we want to mirror, which will be quite a few. So let's just start in a logical way from the motor. Then we'll add the collars, then the 3 shafts, then we'll add the 3 gears, the 2 wheels, the collar that holds the motor to the gear, and then the final 2 collars. If we now just inspect that we've clicked everything that we need to, don't forget the spacers, and then select the mirror plane to be the YZ plane. Click next, and obviously we can see a preview there of what we've created, and that's just mirrored across to the other side and completed the lower part of our assembly. Let's now just rotate this round, and now we can see our assembly of the base unit complete. What we can now do is add another piece of metal here, the bumper 20-hole piece of metal, to the back, and then we'll start a new assembly and start to build the back part of the Clawbot, and then we'll assemble the 2 together. So let's just place that last piece of structure. So go to the structure folder, locate the bumper 20-hole, I'm going to bring one of these in, and what we're going to do, select the appropriate eye mate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, click that into place, and then we can drag that round. What we're going to look to do now is just to rotate around, drag this metal slightly back So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this hole here to match that hole there. Just look from above, inspect that it's straight, so holes 1, 2, 3 and then 4 and 5 are taken up by the metal, and this metal now should not move. As we can see, the base of the Clawbot is now complete, and we can move on to the next stage. At this point it's a good idea to save, so hit save, save your assembly, and then you can move on to a new sub-assembly.